Hi, hello, and good evening. I have to say, I am super excited to be back. I missed y'all last week. Whoa, whoa.
We missed you
So many things
too.
going on. Oh my God, thank you. So I missed the double last week, but that's because I was with Ozza from BB23, partying in
Yeah.
Philly. I was a drunkard. We were having a very, very good time, and this week we get to talk about. It wasn't a double, but we did lose two people this week, so lots to talk about. So the family is back together. Plus one, we have our very good friend Cindy Labuda here to chat BB with us tonight, right before we get into this finale. So there's a lot to get into, and we don't really want to waste any more time, right? So let's let the music play. I am Kyle Petty, and I'm very sick. And I'm here with my bestie besties, John Dunphy, Gina Rodino, and Sadie Labuda. And we are here to discuss Big Brother 27. This is Strat Chat, arguably your favorite Big Brother podcast. You can find us on those socials at Strat Chat Pod. All right, listen, first of all, there's a lot to get into tonight, but I want to make sure that everyone is reminded that we will be judging Julie on tonight. Okay, so go to our socials at Strat Chat Pod. You will find the one-click vote link available to let us know what you thought about her fit for the week. Hot, not, or tepid. No, tepid in case it landed in the middle for you, right? That's like when you take those leftovers out of the fridge at 11:41 p.m. You're like, oh my God, this is gonna be so good, right? And you put it in the microwave and you heat it up, and the edges are mad hot, but the inside is a little chilly. Yeah, that's tepid. That's tepid. It's it's slapped, but it didn't. That's what it is.
Those kind of, or a tepid bath. That's what I think.
Tepid bath.
When you're sick and your mom's like, you need to take a tepid bath, and it's cold.
You need to take a tepid bath. My mom never told me that.
Oh my gosh, I actually thought about something completely different with a tepid bath, right? I'm thinking you're one of those people like me, like an overthinker. You want to make everything be so perfect, right? You set the candles, you get this together, you get the bath crystals in there, right? And you step in, you're like, oh my gosh, I waited way too long. The crystals are not fully dissolved. I got crystals in my asshole. All this stuff is that's what tepid says to me. So when I vote tepid on Julie's fit, I want you to picture that. Bath crystals in my asshole. All right?
Oh my God.
That is wild.
And that is arguably the most exciting thing going on, right? Because everything that actually happened since the last time I was with y'all has been pretty predictable. Right, super unexciting, but I'm gonna still have a good time talking about it. So, last week's double, who cares? It was Lauren and so. Oh, Lauren and Kelly.
And so.
Lauren and Kelly. Fuck, that reminds me, I didn't update the other pictures. Shit. I'll do that as you guys are chatting. But yeah, so we lost Kelly last week, and that was a big focal point, actually, of last week's House Shops party over in Philly. We had a young lady come out with a big sign that said, Kelly's going home, and it was a bubble gun, and it was, I'm telling you, the jubilation was real. You would have thought Kamala Harris actually won the election. That's how crazy this was. It's really very good. So that was that. And then we kind of enter into this whole thing. I think the biggest thing really to discuss is actually not game related. It's really the relationship between Morgan and Vince.
Oh my God.
Couple weirdos right there. Couple weirdos. Weird.
She is so jealous. She has been, let me say this, she is such, in my humble, irrelevant opinion to anything that matters. She is
never relevant, that's why you're here.
Thank you. She is such a pick-me, and she has been jealous of Lauren since literally day one because Zach liked Lauren. And lest you forget, Morgan liked Zach at first. Remember the bracelet? She loved Zach, and Zach liked Lauren, and she was jealous of her from that moment on. And then she tried to be weird about that, and now she's got this weird little thing going on with Vince, and she was jealous once again. Very anti-girls girl, Morgan. Very not
And
a
it's
girl's
really, yeah.
It's so funny that like in all of her DRs, she keeps like having to reiterate, like, no, I'm for the girls. And it's like, if you have to say it that many times, you're probably not for
Then
the
you're
girls.
not. It's so true. My God, it's so good.
Yep.
It's really disappointing
Mhm,
too because like Morgan, I was so excited. I think we all were excited about Morgan coming into the season, and like she was my
Yeah, I
number
was
one
too.
pick
Yeah.
for my team, and like I obviously like she's made it to final 3. She's all of a sudden been winning a bunch of comps, so that's good. But I did not expect like the majority of her game to be us talking about her like her interest in Zach, and then now this whole thing with her and Vince, who has had a girlfriend for 7 years, and it's just like these are the biggest storylines of Morgan's game when it should have been like how great her social game was and how she was a gamer who was going to be strategic and win comps, and like thankfully she has won comps now, but everything else has been.
The Morgan and Vince thing just drives me nuts because, and I feel like I've said this 1,000 times. I don't remember if it's been on the stream, off the stream, whatever. I feel like every time I talk about this show, this is what I'm talking about. But like, it drives me nuts that like they're so shocked every time this gets brought up of like, I can't believe people think this way. But like, people in the house have brought it up to them. They're clearly being asked about it by production because they talk about it in the diary room. You're seeing so many examples on the show of how it looks like they're together, even though he has a girlfriend. And you would think that if that's happening and there's really nothing going on, you would like change your behavior and you'd be like, okay, so if people think that I'm dating this person, even though I'm actually dating someone else, or I'm trying to pursue this person that actively has a girlfriend, maybe we shouldn't sleep in the same bed every night. Maybe we shouldn't cuddle with each other on the couch all the time. Like the fact that they're just like continuing to get more and more and more close to each other is like, how are you going to be shocked that this is the perception when people are saying it to you and you're doing it more?
I love to like.
And it's not just people. Also, Zingbot said it.
Zingbot, yeah, and oh my God, how pissed Morgan was, yeah, about that. Just the complete silence, and then the turn around, going, "Pizza time."
Cutting the pizza like
so awkward.
The sound of the pizza cutter.
Why won't this
angry, so angry. What did that Teflon pan do to you? All right, she made sure that pizza did not stick to the bottom.
Yeah,
and you're gonna disrespect it.
You know, she treated that pizza like it was like a tepid Elio's like pizza.
Tepid Elio's.
Not Elio's. Not what we got on the budget lunch at school.
Because that's what she's been giving. It's so John, to your point before, like she is such a gamer. She's winning all these comps. Like all of this stuff is great, but it's actually like her social game is her downfall in a way because she has Vince wrapped around her finger and she's been like manipulating that really, really well. But if she hadn't been winning these comps, she would have been gone already. It's because she's a good competitor, because socially no one can stand her.
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask you, Sydney, like, what do you think about, because I've seen some people positively talking about Morgan's like jury management in like her goodbye messages and stuff like that. Do you agree with that? Like, do you think that of the, who's left now? Like, does Morgan have a better jury management than like an Ashley or a Vince or?
Yes, I mean, I think Ashley's jury management is like fine, but it's also almost like, unless Ashley, I don't know, unless she got up there with Vince, I don't think that it like fully matters. But I think that her jury management is good. I do agree, though. I think that Vince's jury management is terrible.
Oh my God.
This is what Morgan has done well. So, like, I don't even think of it socially. I think it like strategically. She's had Vince in the line of fire for all of these decisions to look like the bad guy. So when it's her and Vince sitting next to each other at the end, all of the animosity and the pent up, well, like you lied and this person didn't, it's going to be pointing fingers at Vince. So it's going to, thank you. Watch the Academy. So she's done that really, really well. And like people also, it's Vince is so dumb. He's so dumb. He's literally like throwing the money away. He's throwing it away. And he arguably, but he could potentially need it the most. Isn't he like unemployed?
Unemployed. Yep. That was like one of my favorite things that Rachel said to who was it, Lauren, being like, "Do not let an unemployed man tell you how to play your game."
Correct. He could have honestly, he wouldn't have won next to Keanu. Poor Keanu. We can get into that. He wouldn't have won next to Keanu. I think he would have won next to Ashley. I think he could have won next to Lauren too, even though I love Lauren. I still think he could have won next to her. He's not winning next to Morgan, and I don't think he would have won next to Ava either. I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional.
I mean, I was genuinely curious about that too. Like, would Vince have had a better shot winning against Ava or Ashley? Like, did it matter who he picked with this veto?
At this stage of the game, I think his jury management is so bad, it literally wouldn't matter who he's sitting next to.
Yep.
Right.
Retweet, like bang, 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 bang. Like, because honestly, like, I think that Vince has really he's just dug himself into a corner. Like, I was talking to my mother like before the episode, and I feel like this is almost a similar situation. Maybe not with the same vitriol behind it, but this brings me back to BB19 when Josh won.
Yes.
And it's like, this is just, I just want anyone else to win but you. It doesn't matter who gets there.
Right.
And it's like, that sucks. That sucks because, like, if it wasn't for your poor, no. Sorry. You know, I like to play devil's advocate.
No, but what you're saying.
I wanted to say, like, if it wasn't for your poor jury management, that maybe you could actually have an argument at the end. But I just... the flip-floppiness, you would have to be able to convince people that you had a level of intention with the decisions that you made. So regardless how the jury felt about the decisions that were eventually made, you didn't work with intention. So no one's really going to give you any, like, no one's going to really award that.
Right, because we've talked about it here before too. Like, one of his biggest issues is, like, you know, everybody has been like on Lauren about how she can't make a decision. But Vince's problem is whoever the last person is that he spoke to is going to be what he's going to do. Like, no matter what he thinks he wants, whoever speaks to him last before whatever ceremony it is, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. Vince is so, like, it's weird because he's won a bunch of comps. How many HOHs has he won? 4?
4.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, he's won vetoes. Like, he's won a lot of competitions, like, which is good for him. But it feels like so much of his game has been, like, luck based too, on the fact that, like, Keanu and Lauren and Kelly gave him chance after chance after chance after he burned them. And it's like it's just kind of crazy to me that he has gotten this far, because, like, even the fact, I remember when the judges first formed, and I was like, Vince would be an idiot to, like, want to break this up. And, like, one of the reasonings that he had for, like, not fully trusting in the judges was that, like, alliances haven't worked all season. And it's like, well, this is the reason, is because of people like you immediately trying to blow it up the moment it forms. And then it's like,
not even people, it usually was him specifically.
Right. And it's like, now we're at a point in the game where there's 3 people left and they're all members of the judges. And it's like, you can't even really, in your final pitch, if you are in that final 2 now, say, like, oh, I helped form this judges alliance and I was riding with it till the end. Because it's like, no, you were considering putting up Rachel at one point. Like, you were considering targeting people in that alliance itself. It's like, you have, like, just kind of stumbled your way and you've gotten some comp wins. Good for you. But other than that, it feels like a lot of stumbling to the finish line when, like, he, like, now has made it to the end with this alliance that he never even really trusted.
Who was the HOH the week that he was the egg on the block? Who was the HOH?
Was that Ava? Didn't Ava?
Ava sounds right. I think.
I know Ava put him up. I just don't know.
Yeah, you're right. I feel like that was the week. That was the turning point. That was the week where I feel like everyone thought he was going to potentially go home, and it's foggy, but there was, like, I'm trying to remember who went home that week. Instead,
might have been Adrian. No, was that after Adrian?
No, because Vince, I think, put Adrian up because he's one of the people that he betrayed.
Right.
I don't think. Oh, was it Zach? Was that the week that Zach went home?
That may have been the week that Zach went home.
Oh God, it feels like years ago.
Literally does. That week, though, I feel like that was the turning point. I feel like that was the week that Vince really could have gone home. He somehow made it through that. And then after that, he was like, oh shit, I feel like he started winning all these comps. And he started, like, really aligning more with Morgan maybe after that. Oh, it must have been because Zach went home. And Zach was gone, and then like Morgan, everyone started to kind of pull away from Mickey because Mickey was like pissing off Morgan and like Will and everyone. And I feel like that's when Vince and Morgan like became were obsessed with each other. And from there on, it was like this stumbling act to the end from that week onwards. If he had gone home that week, I think it would be a completely different game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. I do agree with that. I did want to circle back to what John said about the judges, and it's like I don't want to, please don't pigeonhole me into this thing where we're defending Vince, right? Because that's not really like what it is. But like, when you talk about the judges, it's like I think he actually did have good reason to believe that he was on the bottom of that thing. So it's like I'm not really sure.
Oh, I definitely think he was on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think he should have super honored that. So I that is one of those things I don't really count as a mark against him, because it's like,
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he was like the last person to get added to it because he and Rachel were at odds at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I will say that he was at least in tune to the fact that he knew he wasn't even in the middle of the pack of the judges. Like, and he was right. Like, at least that. That's the only thing I want to give him.
No, yeah, I get that, but I feel like there's like you gotta have like some sort of line between like knowing you're part of an alliance that could control the game for a while, but I'm probably at the bottom of this, so I should like also kind of be aware and protect myself, and then like also on the other side of that line be like, this alliance isn't real, I'm gonna blow it up right now. Like,
right, and that's such a challenging thing to argue, because whatever he did get him where he is.
Right.
So it's like, yes,
it's literally Morgan.
It's Morgan.
It's
so like, should we be more enamored with Morgan's Mist?
No,
we kind of
Morgan's Mist.
No, because I think they both lack. Okay, it's a game. It's just a game. And listen, they're probably going to be the final two, right? So there's obviously something to be said about that. And I'm not denying their physical competitive successes. However, there is an element of like integrity and likability that they both just do not have. And it's like when you're watching a movie and you're like, someone's like the bad guy, but they're so likable and they've got like great grit and character and charm, and you're like, why am I rooting for them? No one's rooting for Morgan and Vince, because as people, and I really think like the whole girlfriend thing, like I personally think that that's like a really big real world character trait in both of them, that this is all going on and they're still snuggling in the bed, and they both keep getting HOH. So it's been about like 4.5 weeks.
Yeah, like, no, you're right.
They're
it's
just
been like
snuggling.
It's been like a month. They've been living, essentially been living in the same apartment, in the same bed for a month.
Yes, and what the hell was that conversation on last night? Or
I was so happy they put that in there. I was so happy.
Oh, and they did the little drawings.
Because I was watching that conversation in real time, being like, are they kidding?
Yeah, like, what do they think they're doing? Like, in what world do either one of them think that they leave this show and people are like Hall of Faming them, even if they win? Like that.
And it was driving me crazy because like in the episode, that conversation happened after the messages from home, but in real time, I'm pretty sure it happened before. And it's like Vince is going to sit there and be shocked that Kelsey wasn't in his message from home. He's going to sit there and be like, oh my God, I wonder if I have a girlfriend when this is out. Like, where was she? And it's like, you literally a couple of nights ago were cuddled up in bed next to somebody else asking in code if you're going to be in a relationship together after you get out of here. And you're shocked that your girlfriend that you've had for 7 years was bothered by that.
Like, what are we doing? And this is the thing too. I would actually be like, okay, I understand the gameplay. If in his diary rooms, he was like, I can tell that Morgan has a crush on me. Like, Kelsey, I love you. I'm just kind of going with flow. Because didn't that kind of happen with like Corey and what's her name in that one season, the girl with the glasses? She had like a husband and they would like flirt. And she in her diary room was always like whatever her husband's name. I feel like she was always like, if this works for me, I'm going to ride with it. It's obviously not real, like whatever. None of that's happening. They're both crying and like offended. And it's so annoying. Like, you can be a cool villain with good gameplay, or you can just be like unaware. And I feel like that's what they're doing. I just don't respect it.
Yeah, super unaware. And it's, you know, the most unfortunate part of this is that, like, it's going to be Morgan that ends up winning this game. Like, it's not going to be Vince. And, like, that's the worst part. He's like, he literally is going to walk out of here and find out that his girlfriend blocked him on socials. Like, you're not just dumped, you're blocked.
Right.
Like, I will have you know, I've been in multiple abusive relationships, and I've not blocked any of my exes. This young lady blocked you.
She sure did. She sure fucking did.
And it's like, it's really wild. It's really wild. Yeah.
They're crazy. I just, yeah. I also love, by the way, the like, when they're going to bed for the night, they have to have like a pillow wall between them in bed. But when they like cuddle at any other point of the day, at any other place in the house, they're just like on top of each other. No pillow wall.
Also, when they wake up the next morning, the pillow wall is gone. So during the night, they're like, fuck that. Like, it's just like, it's all for appearances.
Yeah, a lot of shifting happening in the middle of the night.
Yeah. It's so stupid. It's just so ridiculous. Let's just use Wikipedia to just walk us through the events of the week, just to make sure we didn't miss things, right?
We hit everything.
We've been all over the place. I'm not upset about it. I'm not upset. Please don't think I'm being a sassy girl. But like, I want to remind people that we will be voting on Julie's fit for the night. This is what she wore. This little black dress here. You can vote by using the comments, hashtag hot, hashtag not, or hashtag tepid, depending on what you thought it was. Or you can go to the Strat Chat Twitter /X and use the one-click vote function to vote on what you thought it was. Votes will be tabulating as we chat. Okay, so you can just hop in, get down with the get down. So that's what's going on. So Wikipedia says that following the double eviction, the final five celebrate surviving this far. Ashley and Ava attempt to form an alliance, aiming to reach Final 3 alongside Keanu. The Mastermind returns to take over the first eviction cycle of the week, and this eviction will come with a unique eviction vote following the standard HOH and veto competitions. In the Torturous Trials Head of Household competition, the house goals must hold. I was so ahead of myself. Must hold Mastermind's mask with a sword, with the last player standing to declare the winner. This actually brought me. This was something that we saw on Big Brother Over the Top, right?
They did it last season too. It was in Janky.
Forgetting last season, but going back to
Janky.
Janky Land.
Right.
Wasn't that when they got T-Core out?
I just remember Leah winning it. I don't remember what else happened.
What was the song? What was the song?
K-K.
Yeah. Janky.
I love Janky. I have to say I loved it.
I wanted more of White Locust, by the way.
You wanted more.
I did.
That's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
I know. And if I could take a second to just elaborate, it's because, and I you saying Janky Land is what made me think about it. I feel like we got a lot of Janky Land. Like, we got a lot. And I was ready to go.
We did.
Like, I wasn't even there. And I was like, let's pack it up. But we got a lot of it. And then White Locust, I'm like, first of all, Tyler's here. That's awesome. It's giving White Lotus. Like, I love a cultural moment. I love that they're doing the thing. And the vibes are good. The backyard is beautiful. Everyone's in their vacation vest. They've got the challenge. It takes out a legend. You're like, oh my God, what could happen next at the White Locust Resort? Oh, nothing, because it's closed. Like, it was just so fast that I was like, you put in all of this thematic, like, I don't know. And there was so much lead up. Like, you brought back Tyler, like, and it was just like the 1/2-ish. It was like, I feel like altogether it was like 3/4 of an episode that it spanned. And I could have used a little more. I could have used a little more outdoor time there. I don't know. I didn't even see like the sauna or anything. Like I feel like they could have like done things with it. Like
I have a lot of thoughts about that, honestly, because I
I do
still
too.
believe that Rachel was always supposed to leave. Rachel was not supposed to even get as far as she was supposed to. I think that like this was the failsafe, like in case you get this long.
Oh, Kyle's a
I
mad
mean,
conspiracy theorist about Rachel Riley on this season.
wait, dude,
I'm a
Kyle,
conspiracy
yeah.
theorist in every show. I'm always like, how are
Shenanigans!
you rigging the game? Like, no, I'm always looking, and I really do believe that Rachel Riley was never supposed to make it this far, and I feel like this was put in place to make sure she didn't get any further, right? Like, let's break it down. As I like to say, let's get granular, right? So, Rachel Riley, her entire career is built on the fact that she lost Big Brother the first time. She was super bullied. She felt ostracized. She found her husband, and then she played the next time, and then she won. She had all these catchphrases and floaters, grab a life fest, blah, 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 blah. That is the entire reason, because she has not been on TV in like 10 years, with the exception of like the Traders. Now, she was on The Amazing Race a couple of times, so she had her fun over there. But I think that her big claim to fame is that she's a winner of Big Brother. This is not somebody who's going to return to Big Brother, 14 years after she actually won, and is going to allow her legacy to be jeopardized, right? That is her only real claim to fame, other than the faux fashion that she wore on the Traders, right? So,
The musical
is she
theater.
going... is she really going to come back and allow herself to be, I don't even know what the word. I want to say disenfranchised, but that's not the right word. But
By the way, I'm subscribed. I'm signing the check.
I just don't.
Yeah, I'm saying I just feel like there's a little bit of shenanigans here, right?
See,
so
but
it's almost like because Rachel Riley is a comp beast. That's the entire reason she got to where she was on BB13. So, are you going to tell me that this woman did not understand that she needed to keep rolling this wheel to make sure that little ball got to where it needed to be? Like, there is no world in which Rachel Riley could not have figured this out if she really wanted to. And even if you really think that she was super flummoxed over this puzzle, the fact that she came prepared, Rachel Riley, if nothing else, at her core, she is an emotional player. She responds emotionally. That's how we got that entire fight between her and Andy Herron, all that other stuff. Was it Andy?
Yeah,
I think
probably.
It was Andy.
No,
it wasn't Andy. It wasn't Andy. It was I hate to say the other gay. What was his name? Kevin or something like that. I can see his face too. I can see his face. But that whole fight that they had, it's because
Reagan?
Reagan. Yes, she is an emotional player. She reacts emotionally to everything. The fact that she was just eliminated on the heels of what we just said her legacy was, and she was so prepared for this sassy speech. She put her hand on her hip and she was like, you guys better be prepared. I'm going to be a tough jury member. Y'all better prove to me, blah, blah, blah. And it's it just seemed a little bit too prepared for something that should have been an emotional moment for somebody like Rachel. Not to mention the fact that that would be the perfect way to welcome her back into this game. You have a guaranteed week of solitude. Right? She's a mom. She's married, right? She gets to come into this house, play the game that we know she loves, and then she gets a week alone in the jury house, guaranteed. No interruptions, no nothing, a full week. Because it's not like she went out as the first jury member. Her legacy is really not interrupted or disturbed or tarnished by the fact that she's the first jury member, because people will always say that the way that she went out was bullshit. Mm-hmm. And she still got a week alone. She got to read her books. She got to wear her fashions. She got to drink her wine. I just feel like the whole thing is it's just a complete bunch of tomfoolery.
But I don't know. I don't know though. I see some holes in your theory here.
Tell me about the holes. Tell me about the holes. I can't wait to fill them. I'm stirring the concrete as you prepare. I'm stuffing.
Okay. Stuffing. Well, first I'll start by just saying, just for me personally, this isn't necessarily a hole in the theory, but I have a real problem with production saying, yeah, Rachel, come back, but you also have no chance to win. I also feel like
I don't.
I just feel like it's not really protecting your legacy, right? If you're saying to someone, yeah, we're going to invite you back to play, but we don't actually anticipate you making it to jury. And if you do make it to jury, we're going to fix it so that you're the first person that then gets sent out. And I'm like, if I'm Rachel Riley, am I really agreeing to that? And as a fan, am I okay with that? Like a whole contestant in this game, like, isn't even really a contestant because we're expecting her to be out pre-jury. But if she does, we're just going to fix this random twist in the middle of the game, right as the jury phase starts.
Doesn't somebody like Rachel Riley? I'm going to pause there. I know you have other points, but like, isn't it also possible that somebody like Rachel Riley would feel pretty good about the fact that she thinks she would make it to the point that was the fail-safe?
I mean, I don't know. If I was a returning player, a former winner, I would say they're probably going to try to get me out right away. Like, so if I do play well,
I also do think that Rachel thinks she's the bomb.com, and like she is, but like,
but she thinks she is. Well, I have two things also. Okay, I really do vibe with this theory, and it really checks boxes because from the jump I saw her and I was like, huh? I was like, they're bringing Rachel Riley into this season? Like, that's like crazy. Okay, she won't.
Kind of reckless.
Yeah, reckless. I was like, she won't be here very long at all. Like, she's not
right.
Gonna... And then she was. So that makes sense. The other two things, to the point of her in the jury house alone for the week. Mind you, the other day I'm on Amazon Live. And I'm looking, and Rachel Riley must be like doing her Amazon live streams from the jury house. Like I swear, unless
Rachel doing Amazon Live from jury.
It was like fall baking. What? She was making something. I don't remember what it was, but she was making something for fall, and I was like, who is this? Because I really like that little pumpkin pot, and I click it, and I'm like, Rachel Riley, aren't you in the jury house? Then what are you doing? So I don't know, unless it wasn't current. But also you said something about, what do you think of the theory? What do you all think about how it was getting heated about Riley and Catherine? I'm assuming you guys have talked about this on here. I don't know if you've talked about this point. Like that people think production made sure that Rachel like nominated Riley to get Riley out of the house, because Big Brother doesn't usually like intervene with like what's going on in the outside world, like how like Love Island will do that, and like Love is Blind does that, those like Netflixy shows. Big Brother doesn't like do that, but like people were going crazy. They were like, oh my gosh, we're worried for Catherine, like this guy is crazy, this guy, whatever. It was nonstop. And because it was Rachel, people think like production was kind of like nudging her, like if you can get this guy out this week, like
I remember us having some kind of a conspiracy theory about the Riley eviction. I don't fully remember what we said.
Well, I'm really happy you brought this up because I actually did have I had some feelings about this, but I didn't say anything on the podcast. I will say that. I actually do agree with that. There's the world in which I feel like production wanted him out. They knew that people on the feeds were watching this thing and like they were really not feeling Riley at this point. And like, the telltale thing for me was that Rachel kept saying, oh, I made a really big move this week. I got Riley out. And it's like, okay, well, you never told us that ever. Like, you got him out, and it just happened to happen. But I don't remember her really actually being open or having attention. It just felt like it kind of came out of nowhere. And I was like, okay. You might be able to say, okay, this was a good thing, but like I don't remember like when that happened. I really don't remember Riley being on anyone's hit list. Like
no, besides America,
okay with him, yeah, except for us, right? And no one else seemed to be saying those things. So like, I was a little surprised that Rachel thought that was a dub. Yeah.
I also remember what our conspiracy was with that because is he gone?
I'm tinkling.
Oh, I heard.
Thank you for drawing attention to it.
I'm sorry. I thought something happened. We had technical difficulties last week. But I remember because Rachel won her HOH and then her outgoing HOH was the wall competition. But I remember everybody in the fan base, including Taryn and everybody on Rob Has a Podcast, the week prior being like, all right, and then this week we have the wall competition and blah, blah, blah. And everyone's gearing up to watch the competition on feeds. And then that week, all of a sudden, there was no wall competition. And everybody was like, that's weird. Even like Taryn's not usually wrong about stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, Rachel wins the HOH. That week happens. And then the next week, there's suddenly the wall competition. So there was a lot of like conspiracy going around that like Rachel is probably not winning the wall, but Rachel is the one that's going to take out Riley if somebody is going to. So like there was a lot of theorizing going around that production swapped those competitions to make sure Rachel won this week, got Riley out, and then we did the wall. Because like all of like the people that are like on the inside that always have the information on when the like live feed competitions are going to happen all thought the wall was going to be a week prior.
Yeah. I think that makes a lot of sense, and that definitely like it definitely kind of validates it a little further, because also Riley was not at this point, all he won one HOH that Mickey had hijacked.
Yes.
But like, okay, like a lot of like Ava won an HOH. Like Riley wasn't this like insane competitor. And then there's also the fact that once he got nominated and they had Blockbuster, he just like threw the Blockbuster.
Yeah, the Blockbuster I remember was weird. I will just say, and I don't necessarily disagree with anything. Like I think there could totally have been shenanigans from production around this, and like of course I can see why CBS would want Riley out, but I also feel like this was the week where like Rachel was HOH and Lauren had won the veto and like really badly wanted Vince out, and was like telling Lauren, don't use the veto, because if you use the veto to save one of your friends, then one of your other friends might go up.
Right.
And that's when Lauren ended up using the veto anyway, taking Vince down and putting Riley up. And it does kind of make sense. Like I can't put, Vince is who I wanted out. Lauren used this to save one ally. I'm going to put up another ally, and I think Riley is a bigger threat than Catherine, so it's going to be Riley. So like in that way, the move does also make sense. Also, but I don't disagree that there were shenanigans from production, but I don't necessarily think that the move on its own is like fishy
like
in any way.
It could have existed potentially without any of the Riley and Catherine of it all. I see what you're saying.
All Lauren had to do was not use the veto.
Right, but also
and Riley never would have gone up that week. So
I feel like that was like a guarantee though. Like she was using the veto. Right? Like, I feel like that was like a guarantee. The only reason it ever seems like maybe not is because Lauren was someone who was like, I feel like so authentically herself. And that's why people called her indecisive, because like she literally like hated confrontation. So she would be like, I don't know. But it's because she just didn't want to have a conversation. And that's what people like didn't like about her. But I feel like she was always using that veto. Like, in what world? Because Vince was supposed to be her final two, but he was also Kelly's final two, and Keanu's final two, and Morgan's final two.
Yeah, I guess I just wonder, because like the initial conversations were that Lauren was like, oh well, maybe I won't use it,
right?
But maybe I will, and then but maybe I won't, and then like 30 minutes before the veto meeting, it's like, actually I'm going to use it. And it's like, well, now I can't even talk to anybody to figure out who my replacement nom is going to be. So you know what? I'm going to put up Riley, because Riley's one of your number ones. Like, so that's the way I kind of like look at that move, but I don't know.
Yeah. It's a good point.
Yeah, fair. So let's see. Just like celebrates another win, blah, blah, blah. Ava fears she's headed straight to the block. This feels so long ago.
Yeah.
Like this was Sunday night.
I forgot that the quote-unquote pressure cookery competition was even this week. Also, because they didn't tell anybody that it was going to be happening. I found out by accident that it was on feeds. And then it only lasted like maybe half an hour. And I was like, okay,
right.
well.
Which also kind of like feeds into the whole conspiracy theory about some of these competitions being moved around. Because it's almost like this is something that should have been announced. It's like, we're just going to sneak this one in. We're going to sneak that one in.
Also, why would they have done pressure cooker when 4 people can play?
Right. It's just all very, very stupid. It's all very stupid.
This whole week feels stupid
to make sure that it was like Mastermind themed, because we had to make sure that he still got to live up to his, decree of, the month of mayhem and like all this stuff.
This honestly annoys me too. This whole thing with the Mastermind and this month of mayhem, and it's like we are down to the final 5, final 4. I'm done with it. Like all this stupid stuff should have been done at like the halfway point of the game. The fact that we were still having blockbuster competitions into jury was really annoying to me. Like the fact that last week we were still talking about a blockbuster before we finally got to the double.
Yeah.
It's like all right, like I'm cool with the 16-person cast and a 9-person jury, and when the minute we get to jury, the blockbuster's over. Now I want 2-person nominations, regular weeks. Like
even just like once
we
you're
started
at
with
5,
17 in this season. We got down to 7, and even after we got past 7, we were still having blockbusters. Like I'm
it's just like
tired of
once
this.
you're at like 5, there should be no more twists in play. Like the numbers are way too small.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's fun in a sense that like they really lean into the theme. I really like how hard they go for the bit on Big Brother. Like I think that's like so camp, and like that's everything about Big Brother is so camp, and like that's part of why people always love it. Like every time I'm watching, my mom's like, "Why is everyone yelling in their confession? Like why are they screaming?" And I'm like, "That's just what they do on the show." Like, I don't know, but it was a little weird to me. I did think too. I was like, these have been going on a little long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, also,
Okay, well,
on the same note of Blockbuster, like with the whole Kelly, what like this might be a dumb question. Why did everyone hate Kelly so much?
She was awful. She was terrible.
In the house or out the house?
You saying that? I remember you saying that at the theater. I remember you being like, "Kelly's the worst."
Because she would say like awful things about everyone, and then the minute someone would say something back to her, she'd be like, "I've never been treated this way in my entire life. I've never been spoken to."
Yeah, a lot of the bad Kelly stuff never made air. It was all like live feed stuff.
Fair. And I would watch the live feeds sometimes, but I hate spoilers, so I strategically watch the live feeds.
Sure.
And I was always confused. I was like, what? I was like, what?
Yeah. She like Kelly would make jokes about how like she really hoped that Rachel wouldn't go pre-jury so that she would get stuck in the jury house so she couldn't see her family on her anniversary and stuff like that. And like,
yeah, like how like Rachel's a bad mom because of the way that she behaves, and that like she was really, really nasty specifically with Rachel, but like she talked mad shit about mad people, and then anytime that anybody even lightly said something that she didn't like, she'd be like, "I've never been treated like this in my life." Like, oh my god.
And then she would and then she would just like bring dead bugs into the house and like hide them weird. For people to find. Like
that would piss me off, actually.
Like what's going on with you?
I feel like a lot of people on this season forgot that there are cameras everywhere. I feel like they forgot.
Well, that was a thing with Kelly
another
too,
thing with
like,
Kelly too. Yeah.
At one point, I don't remember what specifically the situation was, but like she was saying something about live feeds, and she was like, "Yeah, just like it's good that they can't see us here." And the person was like, "Wait, what?" And she was like, "Well, there's they can't see us in the live feeds from out here. We're like outside in the backyard." And they were like, "Kelly, there's cameras literally everywhere.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?" And she was like,
"You're wearing a microphone."
Yeah. She was like, "Wait, like they're on us all the time. Like they can hear me right now." And they were like, "Yeah, girl, you're on the live feeds." And then all of a sudden she started acting different. And like people, like past players were like chiming in about it all the time, like on social media, being like, it is literally impossible to not know about the live feeds. Like production preps you so much going into the house, but like for her to all of a sudden now start being like perfect little angel, sweet girl Kelly, it's like, oh, you really thought that they couldn't hear all the shit you were saying.
That's literally crazy. The show is quite literally called Big Brother. I cannot.
Like, what do you think that means? If not that, I do want to. Okay, I have a lot of comments.
Sure.
I want to circle back to something that John said there about the twists and things. Like, I do agree that the blockbuster should have ended firmly, hard, once jury began. But I do enjoy a twist after that. So the whole Mastermind thing, it really didn't bother me after that because like I really want. We've talked a lot on Strat Chat about how the Australians view these games as basically like a board game, right? It's a proper game. We don't let our emotions get in the middle of things. And It's like, I do enjoy when the games and the twists kind of read board game like, and like, I think of Big Brother almost like as like Monopoly, right? You never know when you're going to land. And community chest, chance, and there are always things that will shake up the game and change things. So like, I'm not opposed to like a Mastermind twist in September, even if it's post jury, right? But the blockbuster thing should have ended because you just doubt it's a numbers thing,
Yeah.
right? Like that definitely should have ended. So I just wanted to add that there.
Yeah, no, and
I
that is
wasn't
fair.
completely subscribing to that whole thing.
No, yeah, no,
But I will
and
say
that's
that a lot
yeah.
of people do enjoy the fact that Kelly is, was going home.
Yeah,
It was a very big deal. People really enjoyed that. And this is a picture
Look at
from
this.
last week's
House
House Shots
So
party over
funny.
in Philadelphia. Like what unfortunately I don't have a good video of what actually was around this sign. All right, this is actually a very bad picture, except for the fact that our friend here in this Alex shirt, he is making a very good face. And this person in the front here, this black man here, this was Brandon Cotton. He was on the Seattle Seahawks. He also played on Survivor.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
sure, sure,
many
sure,
people
sure.
were very excited about Kelly's exit. But like I have to tell you, like there were a lot that went into this, right? There was a bubble gun.
I
girl
loved
holding this sign. It was a very pretty girl.
the video of you throwing your arms up in Oz's story was
It's
so funny.
Kyle. I've never seen you happier.
That was a video of us watching the blockbuster competition every time Keanu got a ball in. Because I
Oh,
was
gotcha,
cheering for him, right? Yeah, I was very, very excited. Very excited.
Oh my
But I
God.
have to you have to know that hello.
Let me.
Autorize, we're always a big fan of you in the beginning of the stream, but usually you go off the rails. You kind of, but welcome. Thank you for welcoming our friend Sydney.
Let me
you
just
know-
say this really, really briefly. This is a
Oh,
safe
yeah.
space. I know, I know
Yes,
people
it
can
is.
hear me, so I want this to be on record. I apply for a lot of these competition reality shows with the goal to be on one. If I am ever on one, and unbeknownst to me, there is a party being held with a light on that says Sydney's going home, delete my social media, deactivate everything for me,
I know.
lose
Oh
my
God,
number,
I know.
steal my laptop, take all my because I am coming home and immediately going off the grid, and you will never see
Oh my
Witness protection.
I know.
I'm out forever.
Sydney, have you ever seen the video of the three of us, me, Gina, and Kyle, on a rooftop in New York City during Quinn's eviction party?
When
I
everybody's
remember
cheering
that.
and carrying on, and I'm devastated.
I do remember that because I remember, I think when Quinn got out, I think I messaged either this Instagram or Gina, and I was like, "Oh no, how are you doing?"
You were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No."
People were like,
Good. It's just a
people
little
were,
second.
people were screaming from the rooftops. They were cheering like there was no
There was
tomorrow.
singing,
Kyle and I
cheering.
Kyle and I were hugging. We were tears streaming down our faces.
And I was the one person on the rooftop, like,
And I
"This
just
sucks."
I had my phone right in on Gina's face. Just
He's like, "How do you feel?" And I
Listen,
went,
yes.
"Bad."
I was like, how do you
hope you
feel,
guys-
Gina?
I hope you guys think it's worth it. I do have a screen record because my mother, the Reverend, she also really had a strong distaste for Kelly, right? So I knew she'd be super excited about this. So there's this young lady, her name is Ty. She was apparently on Destination X, which I did not watch
Yes.
because I saw that Josh was on it.
Oh yeah.
Loved Destination X. Loved.
Might be a weekend binge, maybe. Might be a weekend.
It is a weekend binge. You can get it done like that.
Oh, okay. Well, Ty is a blast. All right. We had a really good time. We did many a shot. We had a lot of fun. But Ty did put something on her story of the Kelly eviction party. And you get a full glimpse of what was going on. I did a screen record of her story. I wanted my mother to see how jubilant people were when this was official. So I will have a video of that shortly. I emailed it to ourselves, so we'll be able to circle back to that.
Oh my God.
Can we also just say that Kelly was further proving how just intolerable she is to be around.
Oh.
During her exit interview with Julie, she's just been evicted, and she's still saying, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna make Rachel miserable in the jury
Rachel's gonna
house."
be real
I'm like,
sick of me.
the game's over, Kelly. Like you don't have
Leave
to
her
do that
alone.
anymore. Like it's over now.
Yeah,
It's like you just got evicted and lost your chance to win $750,000, and your first thought is, "I can't wait to go annoy Rachel." Like
I
go
didn't even
away.
know that because at this party, this was very much like those premiere parties. You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
Right.
I will say that they did a much better job with the sound than at the parties we go to. I don't want to slam that venue, right? Because we do like them.
Yeah, we do
So
like
I won't
them.
say their name. I won't say their name publicly. but like the sound was perfect. They did also put the captions on. After my direction, I'm shouting about, "Put the captions on! You can't hear anything!" And then we still didn't watch it anyway, so like it didn't actually matter. But yeah, they were much more in tune to these things. But I still didn't see anything. I still need to actually watch the double.
Oh man!
Because anytime Vince came on screen, the entire room erupted in boos. It's like boo, boo.
Tomato, tomato,
this
tomato.
is so uncomfortable.
Morgan is the new Edward, and Bella is the funniest thing I've ever.
Oh my god!
And it's just
that is
Edward
amazing.
and Bella from the Twilight series.
Yes.
Indeed
that
it
what
is,
that
yes.
is? I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know it. I don't know it.
What? Oh my god! Well, yes.
I know,
that is
I'm a
what-
sheltered bitch. All I do is watch Clue the movie. I don't know anything about these things. I watch Clue and From Justin to Kelly.
Oh my god! Great movie. Great.
Thank you. I've been trying to tell people.
Oh
If
no.
there's ever a production on Long Island, I must direct it, or at least co-direct, because like I am so ready. I'm
That
so
was
ready.
a frequent blockbuster rental in the Labuda
Oh,
household.
thank you,
Oh,
Jesus.
no.
Thank you, God.
You are
Somebody has finally validated me. It's been years. Girl,
Did
it's
you
been
see from Ruben
years.
to Clay also, or no? You didn't dabble in Ruben to Clay. I know it's not. I know it's not the same.
It's not the same. I had a hard time with the Ruben and Clay thing because I feel
Sure.
like that is where the divide in America began. Like never never mind politics. It started with Ruben and Clay. It started Ruben and Clay. And I was a Ruben person, but I also was rooting for Clay.
I
Which
So
makes
Tiffany
me
needs
where
to
I find myself now. I'm always in the middle. I don't know what to do.
Can I just ask? Can I just ask who else
Of
here
course you can.
who would love to be enrolled in a history class taught by Kyle Petty Basal about the important moments in American history?
Listen, you want to know what the pivotal
today-
moments in America?
Today,
I'm here to tell you.
yeah,
Listen, I'm going
Today,
to tell you this right
we-
now. I would listen to Kyle give a TED talk about any topic.
Honestly,
Literally anything.
you should start it. Honestly, I'm not even kidding. Kyle. You should start a podcast like called like American History, and like it just starts, and you're like, today we're gonna talk about the fracture that started in this country. from Ruben and Clay.
It was not Barack Obama. It was not the Bushes. It was indeed
American Idol.
Ruben
winner.
Studdard and Clay Aiken. All right, you heard it here first. Let me tell you why.
Yeah,
American Idol is the one thing that unified this stupid ass fucking country. Right? That's the only thing that everybody collectively agreed about, but then also disagreed. American Idol. Fuck you, Ryan Seacrest. This is so stupid. This is so
You, Ryan.
oh god.
Man.
Oh my gosh, we
Well,
have people in
very
the
funny.
crowd asking about, can we do Julie? And you know what? Honestly, I think we can. I think we can do Julie because you know what? Who cares about the rest of this, right? So much of this is already written, right? We kind of already know how this one is going to go. We know we ended with our final three on tonight. With who was it?
Oh my God.
Vince, Morgan, and Ashley.
Uh-huh. We each got one. Again.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we all go into the final three.
Right. I'm sorry, Natalie. Natalie, girl. I'm sure you want to go to bed. I'm so sorry, but we do need to just give a brief touch on we don't know if Sydney will be heard. We don't know. We're going to just take a quick look at everybody's teams because
Sure.
she's not built into these scenes. So we've got Gina with Vince.
I
Not
literally
a good
cannot
situation.
believe this is what I'm left with.
Yeah, she already lost. She lost. Next thing here is John with Morgan. I think that is the best position.
And again, your
I
number
think-
one pick.
Yeah, your number one pick. Really didn't see how you had a path to the final, but I think you're
Yeah.
in the best position.
A few weeks ago, I didn't see any path either until she somehow
Yeah.
became like the
Mhm.
comp beast of all comp beasts.
Mhm.
Yeah. Morgan really, she showed up and showed out. So good for her. The only person
your
I
number
have
one
left is
too.
Ashley. Right. I do want to make sure that people also know that the the elimination of my team went in order.
Mhm.
Wow, that is wow. Yeah.
Yes, from the
And two of
lowest
them
to
were
the
this
first.
week. Like you went into Final
Right.
5 with 3 people.
I sure did. And I lost them all in order. So like I think that is worth mentioning, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
you know,
I don't think that's ever happened before.
I don't
like
think
that.
it's ever happened before. It
That
probably
is
will never
crazy.
happen again. And I'm not going to win this game, right? Ashley, not to use Survivor terminology, but Ashley is definitely a GOAT. She is
Mhm.
she's not going to win this thing. I really do think it's Morgan and Vince's game to win. So there is that. So while Sydney is still here, because she's not going to be in the final scene as we actually discuss what Julie has on, this is what she wore. We had this black dress here. We've got these this bracelet thing, a bunch of big chunky bracelets, whatever, big
Love-
hair. We had some good black shoes and such. This is what she wore. Like, let us know what you thought about it. Hopefully people have been voting. Sometimes y'all embarrass us with no votes. Like in the comments, hashtag hot, tepid, or not for what you thought about what this was, or hit the socials and let us know what you thought. But like, let's really get into a good rip down of Julie's. Oh, Julie. What are we wearing this week? Okay, here it is. Up. People have voted, and the hots have it. I gotta be honest with you.
Oh?
No. I actually thought this was a hot. I really enjoyed it.
You opened that
Black
like
dress.
you were gonna say it was a knot.
Yeah.
I know. I
See,
did.
I have to be honest with you.
She's giving us, very hourglass. And I appreciate. The tepids are starting to have it.
Uh-oh.
But I will say, I enjoyed this. I did enjoy it. What if we add her? Oh dear.
Oh.
Big again.
You're big. Hold on, wait.
Oh wait.
There we go.
But I'm
What if
covering.
we just go over here?
Perfect.
Oh, okay.
I'm flying around.
She moved. That's fine too. All right.
I want to admit something. I didn't know how to vote before, and I was frantically trying to look on Instagram in the beginning, and then I was just like, it's never going to happen. And then while I was just off stage, I saw the QR and I voted, and I was one of the new votes for Tepid.
You're tepid. Uh-oh.
And you are what skewed the votes. You turned it around. Damn it.
She could wear anything and look amazing, obviously. Like, she is who she is, and she's stunning, gorgeous. I do love the hair, and I love the smoky eye. There's just, for me, there's something about like a crocodile alligator dress with no statement necklace. It's just, there's something, and the bracelets are also not giving what needs to be gave with this kind of dress. It's looking like
Not
like,
giving what needs to be gave.
yeah, like she's at like the resort store at like the resort vacation, and the dress is giving like upper east side or like lower like Tribeca like dinner. It's just, something's not aligning with the dress. I love the hair and I love the eyes though.
Can I ask you a question about some of your feedback? Would you have felt this way if you got this outfit 5 weeks ago?
No? Wait, what do you mean? I'm confused.
Well, does it have to do with the fact that we are so close to the finale?
No.
'Cause I will say that my expectations creep up as we get closer to the end, right? Because Julie, she doesn't have another job, you know. Like this is the
She
only
doesn't
thing
need
she
one.
does. So
She
it
works one
seems
day
to
a week.
Yeah. No, I see what you mean. I don't feel that way because my expectation for Julie is consistently up here. Like from
Oh,
beginning to end, I think every single week she needs
it
to
has to be
full
perfect.
serve. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
that's the thing. Like that's her shtick. Julie, you look gorgeous tonight. Like that's her thing. Again, it's so
Right.
camp. They lean in. So this dress is fine. Look. Oh, see.
The
These
votes are
votes are all over the
constantly
place.
changing. People are
Laura,
really, there are a lot of mixed feelings,
the
but
bracelets do
it's
not match the dress, and she's missing a necklace. And her shoes, I mean, they're basically a transparent file. I don't even know what she's wearing.
I know they're kind of giving Payless.
And that doesn't even exist anymore. So, and Julie
Yikes.
should be wearing like a Manolo Blanc. Like she's Julie. So, you
Mhm.
know,
She's Julie Chen. Right.
it's fine, but she looks beautiful, of course.
All right. So what y'all think?
I'm going tepid also.
Oh my God, it's
Wow.
fully tepid now. Well, almost fully tepid.
Damn,
Yeah.
Sydney really turned the tide here.
I agree with everything Sydney said. I think that she looks, you know, it's Julie Chen, so she looks great, you know, of course. But like, yeah, like we're like, you know, this is just pre-finale week here, and like this is an outfit you could have replaced the denim, you know, that we got weeks ago. It's like,
Mhm.
and then I maybe would have been more positive on this, but it's like you gave us denim weeks ago. Now you finally pull this out, like it's the week before the finale, like. Come on, Julie, get it together. And you know what? I got to be honest. We're actually a little bit too kind to Julie because not only does she only work one day a week, she only works one day a week, like 3 months out of the year. Okay, so like,
A few hours too.
yeah, like it's not even like she works one day a week, 52 weeks out of the year. She works one day a week, like 12 weeks out of the year. So like,
Nice.
sorry, Julie. Sorry.
You're a fact
Whew.
now.
Wow.
She needed a cuff bracelet. She needed a gold cuff and maybe some bangles. She needed a statement shoe, a statement necklace.
Well,
Maybe
hold on now. I mean, she did have some. She had some gold on the wrist. Now she did have
I
something.
see blue, brown, gray, and white. I see all colors that don't go with a black crocodile dress.
Hmm.
Oh dear. See, I saw that brown as gold.
It
on her
also could be the
wrist.
photo, and I'm afraid to get closer to the camera to look, or else I fear I will
Get in there. Get in there.
You know,
Get in there. Come on. Get in there.
Close. Get in there. No, it was a challenge because like she didn't actually have like a formal photo this week. This was a screen grab from a reel where she's like walking. All of a sudden she thinks she's on the Jennifer Hudson show. She was not invited. So like, I don't know what she's doing here. But like that is where this came from. So it's the best that we can do. That's why there's some, if you look at her feet, there's the remnants
There's still some
of
text.
some caption,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
I did the
That's
best
what
I
it is.
could. I did the best I could.
You did great.
You did very well.
I mean, I thank you, but I feel like maybe she's getting some hits because the picture quality is subpar.
Well, that's her
It
own
looks like
fault
no
for not.
one really thinks that it should be a knot, though. Like, look at the votes the way they're coming. Another tepid just came in. Another tepid. I was gonna say it looked kind of half seas with the hot and tepid, but never mind. That's definitely Arthur. Arthur is doing that because he likes to fuck with us. Like he just likes to change his vote to fuck
I
things
mean,
up. Because like the knots did not have it before. They didn't.
I was gonna agree with Kyle. I thought it was a hot, and now you
Well,
guys
the
are
dress is
tearing
hot.
down a
Yeah, we had
girl.
big hair. I felt like we were ready for the finale. Like
The dress is hot, the hair is hot, the eyes are hot. I think all three of those things are hot. And Julie is hot. But I think maybe I'm overthinking, but like to me, it's like, is she wearing an outfit, like an almost finale night worthy outfit, or did she just open her closet, grab a black dress and a pair of shoes and walk on camera? To me, That's
I mean, if I trust anybody's opinion on building an outfit, it's gonna be Sydney. So
right. And when you put it like that, it does feel
You
a
know what
little like,
I
oh, what
say
am
in
I
my
wearing tonight? She
sweater,
opens up the closet. She's like clicking all these hangers and she pulls this thing off and she shakes it and she goes, this is good enough. And she
puts
put
it
it on.
on. She sits in her chair. Production goes and does their thing, and she's hot and she's gorgeous on her own. She could wear a potato
Right.
sack and she'd kill it. But that's
Right.
all. I
So
think.
does
I
she
think a little.
deserve accolades for just having a hot body, or like what are we rating? Your physicality or your fashion sense?
This
You're objectifying her, or
this outfit just should have replaced one of the it should have just replaced one of the PTA outfits that she wore earlier in the season.
PTA.
PTA.
Well, she shows up sometimes like let's not get this is not the first time we've made this comment. Julie absolutely shows up looking like a PTA mom sometimes. Okay,
Rough.
when she wears
this is not the first
I'm not
time that
sure.
we've
I
said
know, but
this.
it was rough
It's
then
not.
too.
I feel like it's the first time for me. Like I don't remember PTA.
Oh, we have absolutely.
There's
We have-
PTA has been said for
Yeah,
sure.
you think
absolutely
Julie would be
described her.
standing behind the bake sale like table. Like
In some of these outfits.
no, if she is, she's only in charge of the cash box. Like she's not slinging cupcakes. Right? Like she's in charge of the money. She's counting.
Oh no, she baked those cupcakes. She brought them in the minivan. You know,
This is so
Yeah.
stupid. So
Yeah.
stupid. Well, I mean, I guess based on the votes that we have here and the feedback we have received, I unfortunately I do think that Julie gets tepid on this evening.
It does seem
Um,
It's a bath
So
salt
sorry.
crack outfit.
Sorry.
Good
to
callback. Good
Julie.
callback. Good callback.
I guess we'll see what happens with your finale fit. Hopefully you get that correct. So tonight, I mean, who left? Tonight was it A? No,
Our
Ava.
Long Islander, our
Ava.
Long Island diva.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of thoughts about that. I wasn't super partial to her anymore based on some of her feed activity and things like that.
Yeah.
Her final pitch was a little crazy though. Like she literally Vince has the only vote to evict and she's like, all I have to say is Vince, don't contact me when I leave here. And it was like, he has the
Yeah.
only vote.
The
only vote.
Yeah, but I think at that point she just kind of knew that it didn't matter one way or another. So she might as well try to go out and be iconic,
Yeah.
kind of save her
was
social
a
media
Rachel
life after the
Riley.
fact.
Did we
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
at all about like what did you guys think of the whole house meeting that Ava called, where she was trying to air out Vince's game here with the whole he's not going to take Morgan, right? I think she tried to like throw out that like Vince wouldn't actually take Morgan to the end or whatever, and
So Sydney, I know you
Yeah.
said you don't like really like you like are in and out of feed, so I don't know if you're like aware of like this piece of Ava, but like she has decided beyond a shadow of a doubt that she is America's favorite player, and she talks on the live feeds in the house very often about how she knows that she's winning AFP. So
yeah.
ever since Rachel left, she has been just doing things to create like that viral iconic moment to make people vote for her because she knows that she's AFP. So that's why like, you know, she like took out the pawn from the chess set out of her sleeve and is like, you want an easy pawn? Here you go.
Yeah.
And she keeps like making these meals out of these moments because she's trying to create virality for AFP votes.
Well, let me tell you something. I watched a video for the extra votes, and none of mine went to Ava Pearl, even though she is a Long Islander. I didn't vote.
she's the second that Rachel got sent out of the game and Ava started calling her the C word every like second she possibly could.
She could do that.
Oh my god!
Yeah, the see you next Tuesday word. I was like, all right, Ava, just chill the fuck out. Like,
No, that's so weird. It's such a weird behavior. Again, it's like you forget, like people are sitting, like you're in the show, like you're doing the show, but people are still viewing you from their regular living room, bedroom, whatever. So like nothing about our lives is changing. So, like, sure, you have to do the entertaining thing, but like, we're still judging you from the same perspective we look at life literally every single day because nothing is different. So, like, that's just gonna make us think, like, oh, so you're just this like girl from Long Island who like has a switch up when she's around like a certain group with a position of power and a different group.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I liked about her slight at Vince in the eviction ceremony was that in my brain, and maybe he didn't think into it this much, but in my brain, I'm like, yes, someone has planted another seed of insecurity in Vince. He's going to go into this final episode with even more anxiety now, knowing that he lost another jury vote. Like, he's got no jury votes. He burned Keanu so bad. He treated Keanu so poorly, and he has lost jury vote after jury vote after jury vote. And I think that Ava saying that, in his head, he was like, oh my God, wait. Like, because for some reason, Keanu was telling him straight up, he was like, if you do this, you'll save my jury vote. If not, I'm telling you, you don't get it. And he was like, I sure hope he doesn't mean that. Like,
his lack of self-awareness is crazy.
Right. So I'm hoping that, like, her saying that, he was like, oh my God, wait, like, people are seriously leaving this house and they're not voting for me. So that's my hope. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean, do you think, that if Vince is in Final Two, no matter who he's sitting next to, Morgan or Ashley, is there not a single chance that Vince actually can win this game?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
All right, well, Kyle, congrats. It looks like me or you, as either, one of us has won the draft. So.
What a surprise. You mean Gina might not win the draft? That's crazy. I can't imagine a situation in which that might happen.
Oh, but maybe you'll win America's Favorite Player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody on my team has that shot either, but
Yeah, I kind of don't think that's possible either.
I mean, I feel like it's going to be Rachel, who none of us had.
Oh, I didn't vote for her.
I actually don't know that it's going to be Rachel, to be honest with you. I see a lot of push.
Oh, the casuals don't like her.
I didn't vote for Rachel just because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like America's Favorite Player, like, should be a newbie. So I voted a mix between two. I don't know, am I allowed to say it, or is that like taboo?
Of course you're allowed to say it.
Of course you are.
I split my votes between Will and Keanu.
Will is my vote. Will was on my team also.
And I genuinely want Will to win the money. Like, I want Will to take the money home to his family. Like,
for his chocolate drop.
Exactly. Oh my God. Any man who that is a man who has publicly loved his woman on television undeniably week after week after week.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's Vince, who is cheating on his girlfriend live on television week after week after week. I want the good one to take the money home.
Yeah, Will. I loved Will. I know he didn't win anything. Like, he kind of just sat around, and like half the time people were talking to him, he wasn't even listening to them. But like, I loved him so much, and like, I kind of want to see him and his wife play Amazing Race at some point or something. Like,
sure,
like that would be great. Like, just send Will back to TV. I'm down. I'm cool.
Anything.
I'm here with
his
it.
Own show. Give him like a Christmas Eve show where he sits on a chair with a book and there's a fireplace behind him and he just reads stories, but then he gives his opinion on the story after.
I love that.
Hey, honestly, he's already a podcaster, right? He does
that is true. That is true.
Women's sports and like women's basketball and stuff. He could literally now, if he wanted to, just start a podcast about anything else, and he would immediately have an audience. So
wow, what a season.
What a season indeed.
Who do you think is going to take it?
Morgan.
I hope Morgan, but I still think there's a lot that can happen here. It's just
there's just
personally, I think Morgan is the only one of the three of them that would deserve it.
Ashley's just like not winning. She's not winning any competitions. Like, every time I'm like, okay, she knows the stakes. In her confessional, she's like, I've got to win this one. This is the one that really matters. She literally doesn't win, whether it's
right
or veto.
Right. I just feel like if somehow she does win, like, she's not taking Morgan. And there's a part of me that feels like if Vince wins, at this point, so many people have like shit on him on their way out the door that I could honestly see him, even if it doesn't mean that he's going to win the game. I could see him like in his mind, very last minute, being like, you know what, love Morgan, but I gotta take Ashley. Like I could see that there being a world where like if Morgan does not win, if Morgan does not win this last like HOH, I could see that being big trouble for her.
He should do that. He should not take Morgan.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think it matters at this point. I think he still loses, but
he
should.
Yeah.
Well, it does get interesting though, because if Vince wins this thing and he doesn't take Morgan, there is a world in which Ashley wins.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think no matter who Vince is sitting next to wins.
I see Rachel voting for Ashley. I see Will voting for Ashley. I see Ava voting for anyone except for Vince. So Ashley, that's 3 right there. Right. You only need one more, right? Kelly,
no,
Keanu.
If it's Ashley and Vince, I think Ashley for sure wins.
Yeah, I don't think Keanu's voting for Vince at this point. No. So right there, that's 5 people right there.
Which again, I think. Not to detract from Ashley, like I'm not trying to be rude, but like I feel like that is your BB19 scenario of like it's not that I want Ashley to win, I just want Vince to lose. Yeah. You know?
Yes.
100%.
No, I totally agree with that.
Would Lauren vote for Vince at this point? Right? All these people that left because of Vince, right? Yeah. Like
I doubt it, and even if she did, she might be the only one.
Yeah.
She really might be the only one, and it wouldn't be enough.
But I feel like Rachel would have already she would have worked her magic already to make sure that didn't happen.
Yeah. Rachel's Riz.
Rachel's Riz. Ava and, Morgan's Mist and, Will's Daddy
Spray.
No, I knew it was coming. Oh God.
Yeah.
We love Will's Daddy Spray.
Oh my God.
Somehow Morgan's Mist is worse than Will's Daddy Spray.
What would you say if we asked you, what do you think about the phrase Janine's juice?
Oh my God, that's awful. It's awful. It's horrible.
With no context whatsoever. What do you think? What do you think about the phrase Janine's juice?
Okay, that's so unfair. That is so unfair because you're being misled. All right, because like Janine is my Australian queen, right?
Yeah, we love Janine.
Survivor. Yeah, she played Australian Survivor twice. She came back on this last season as a champion, right? But she is a entrepreneur, right? She is a businesswoman. She owns multiple businesses, including this juicing company,
like Boost Juice. Boost Juice.
Yeah, it's called Boost Juice. So we always call it like Janine's Juice, and it's like so she's not. This is not that foul, and like as John is making it
in that context, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I still think, even though my name starts with an S, if I owned a juice company and people said like Sydney's Juice, I would be like, "Ugh."
What about Sydney's Spray?
I hate that too. I would want, if there's an alliteration happening, maybe like Sydney's sauce and like Sydney's sauce, and I've like got like an apron on, but like
let's do that. But any final thoughts? For
that's how we go out.
That is how we go out because, like, I'm 40 and I'm tired,
and you're sick.
I am. I'm sick. I've been.
You are ill.
Kyle's sick. Gina's got to be in Connecticut at 8 a.m.
Right. It's time to lay down and watch some Friends. I need to see exactly what Chandler and Monica are up to. So, what are our final thoughts on Big Brother 27 before we wrap this sucker up?
I'm just glad.
Did you all have a good time? Did we have a good season, y'all?
I had a good time today.
Yeah, not all the way through. Not all the way through. I enjoyed.
I had a good time here.
Yeah, I enjoyed all of our podcasts about it. I think that the season at times really irritated me, but I'm glad that we're going into a final week where Gina, Kyle, and I all have one person going into the final 3.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I have to say, I completely dissent. I think this has been a very fun season. We had up, downs, and all arounds. I'm like, this has been a really, really good time. And that is what has made us coming together so much fun.
Yeah, I
Because
know,
there's been so many things to discuss. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm very
I'd
surprised.
like to
I
with
almost
these
feel
young people
personally
with you.
hurt. Like, this has been a great time. Like, you guys
No,
are
well, no. Well,
crazy.
this has been a great time. I just think that the
But it
show.
wouldn't have been if the show wasn't up to it. There'd be nothing to talk about.
Well,
It wouldn't
no,
be
I
not
would
anything.
still
necessarily.
enjoy
Not
my time with
necessarily.
you.
Yeah, yeah. I just think that this show and the production of the show can't get out of its own way sometimes. Like, I was very excited when we had 9 people left going into jury, thinking like, "Wow, like this is going to be a lot of fun." And then, you know, the first jury member left without ever being nominated or voted to be evicted. I don't know. Some of the wind was taken out of the sails for me there. But I will say that this week in particular had some good stuff in it. I thought I enjoyed.
I see that. I feel that. I think it's been a great season. It's been a lot of fun, up downs and all arounds. I agree with that. I think there's been a lot of highlights. I think there were just a lot of early disappointments. I'm very sad that Adrian left so soon.
Oh,
I'm
me
disappointed
too.
that
Yeah.
Zach didn't use his power. Like stupid stuff that I'm like, what the like what the why? That those
They
were
were just all
cheap
really
moves.
dumb.
Dumb moves. I think that, but I think there was a lot of great stuff too. And I think something that people need to be aware of is, and I kind of blame the traders for this. I think that Big Brother always had like the one-liners, the iconic moments, like, but they were authentic,
Mm-hmm.
and the traders
Yeah.
had those as well. But the thing is, the traders had them because it was, and I always say everyone wants to have the Phaedra Parks effect. But Phaedra Parks
Mm.
had the effect that she had because she has been on the Real Housewives of Atlanta and Married to Medicine. She was raised and bred as a Bravo reality star. It is a very different type of personality and reality TV, everything, line read, confessional, etc. And it works for her. And I feel like people on Big Brother who are like Kelly, I'm a farm kid from Pennsylvania, like Ava, like I'm an aura painter from Long Island, New York. Like what? Like then be that,
Yeah.
and like don't try to have these like artificial moments because then that's when we're like, what are we do? Like what are you guys doing? Like are we even playing the game anymore, or is it just Vince and Morgan's game? Because none of you guys are playing the game because you're too worried about trying to get like slick lines in the live
Manufactured
feeds.
virality, yeah.
Yeah. And
For
this goes
sure.
all the way back to the This goes all the way back to the beginning of the season too, because I know Gina has pointed out that even some of Jimmy's one-liners were lifted directly from Drag
Most of them
Race.
came from Drag Race, yeah.
Right, like directly from like word for word verbatim. Like Jimmy is just repeating things that other people have said on Drag Race already.
Oh, that's so lame.
Yeah.
Like, be yourself.
Yeah. And even Ava with some of her stuff with this Vinny the lip, blah, blah, blah. And like the. Also, does Ava know any other words besides frankly and to be frank before she says something?
Diva loves a hot dog. She loves a Franken.
Diva
loves a hot dog.
I don't know. She does though. She does today. She said she was like to my boyfriend, my sweet Italian sausage, Caleb.
She
I
did,
love
yes.
You,
oh yeah.
like, wow, I would love to see Caleb. Was he the one in the video, or was that her brother?
No, I believe it was Caleb in the video.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'm curious. I mean, obviously, I'm going to let some time pass, but I'd be interested to like go back because a lot of the Big Brother seasons that I did not watch live, you know, I've gone back and binged the whole thing, and I feel like watching a full season live over the course of a summer from week to week is very different than binging it.
Yeah,
and I'd be curious if you know, if I wait a while. Yeah, wait a while, maybe a couple of years, even watch some old seasons again, and then come back to BB27 and binge through that and just see
how it would feel, yeah.
What it's like, yeah.
That's a good point. Wait, I forgot to tell you guys, you know what season I'm binging right now?
10.
No, season 9, the fucking couples one.
The Valentine's season.
Wow.
Hear
Wow,
that
wow,
it
wow.
was like there was a writer.
Homegirl passed out because of her slop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that just happened. They
good.
both were like in different hospital rooms. It is crazy how bad that season is.
Have you watched
So
BB
good it
15?
is. So good.
Yes.
All right, good. Thank God that
Wait,
you've already seen it.
yes?
You don't have to go back and watch it then.
Wait, which one is that?
Reality and
Amanda
15's bad.
McRae. Who won that one? Was that
Well, don't say it if she hasn't seen it.
yeah. No, you're right.
Maybe I
Thank you,
have it.
Gina.
I'll update you later. I'll go on my little thing and
If you haven't watched BB 15 yet, and you
no, I will watch it.
plan
It's
to,
a tough one. It's
just
a tough one.
mentally prepare yourself to be watching some of the worst human beings you've ever seen on this show or any reality TV show.
Well, you know what?
I had to literally, I had to stop and take like a break. It got so bad.
I can't believe, and I understand, like, I'm sure they all have a great relationship with each other, but I recently rewatched All Stars. No, I rewatched the first All Stars, and I'm listening to James just like constantly like call Janelle like a fat bitch and like all this stuff, and I'm like, the way he's speaking about her on television is so crazy. Like, it's so great.
Oh, old school Big Brother was bananas with that.
Oh my god! Every single every time a girl, if a girl does something that someone doesn't like, the first thing out of someone's mouth is that fat bitch, fuck her. Like, I'm like, what is sorry, I'm supposed to be like watching my mouth, but like
you don't have to watch your mouth at all.
Oscar, you can.
We don't watch our mouths here.
I was just like so uncomfortable watching it. Like, I was like, I'm picturing being like someone's girlfriend and you're watching your boyfriend on national television, like, come for like women that way. Like, how are you not so icked out? I don't know. People were different, I guess. But
meanwhile, people were calling Rachel a bully on this season.
Right.
Like,
I'm like, are you kidding
Is it
me?
like every time that like a new season comes out and people are like, that's bullying? You have like the fan base that's been here for a while. Like, you guys would have been foaming at the mouth at old school Big Brother.
Right.
Rachel was called a bully in this season while there was literally someone in the house saying they hope Rachel doesn't get to go home before jury and only goes home at the first week of jury. That way she purposely will spend her whole anniversary alone away from her family. And yet somehow Rachel was the biggest bully of the season.
Like, where is the line? Where is the line between like everyone's being soft and lame and they're being like, you're a bully, and like the other side is like, that's one side, or you have to literally like demoralize an entire person like in the most horrid, horrendous ways. Like, where's the middle ground where we can just like have like entertaining, heated reality TV like fights? Everyone needs to watch The Real Housewives. Like, that's the problem. Not enough people are educated on the art of being Teresa Giudice, and that is also broken up this country. By the way, that can be your second episode of your podcast on American history. The inner workings of Teresa Giudice's mind and why everyone needs to study it.
Honestly,
there are so many things that mold the fabric of American culture, and it begins with reality TV.
I was just gonna say, if you need to come up with like a title for this podcast, but it's something just around like American history as told through reality TV or something, you know, like, and that's just like somehow come up with a title around that concept.
Love it.
I'm not turned off to it. But it is time for bed. So, are there any other final thoughts before we hit the hay, as they say?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Anytime.
I'm so glad we got you in, before the season ended.
I know.
It was really coming down to the wire.
Yeah, you ditched us that one time, so.
I know. I was going to Oasis.
I'm just kidding.
Well,
I know,
we didn't even do a stream, did we? At the time,
we were all busy somewhere beyond the sea on a boat, and we just.
Yeah.
Well, everyone can say what they want to say, but Kyle and Sydney were absolutely the best couple. on the boat. Like, not only did we dance, we were the furthest downstage. We
And
did it.
the judges held up straight tens. I saw
Yeah.
panels in VIP.
We were incredible. If this was Dancing with the Stars, they would have had to create new boards to give us 11s.
Yeah.
We did a dip. We did a dip. One day
Yeah.
Kyle
We
looked
did a
at
dip. No one else did dip. No one else
No.
did dip.
It's
No.
true. I
Yeah.
turned around and I looked and it was
I was
You got-
all the way back.
you guys were hot. You were hot.
Yeah. We were crushing it.
Yeah.
And we kept saying, like, these people are going too far downstage. We move further. And, like, we don't care who's singing. We're just going to keep getting all the way in the front because we have to be
You were
the
in
best
front
couple.
of John.
We have to be the best couple.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a great time.
It was fantastic.
But so when can
Gina
we
didn't even come
recap-
see us.
Whoa, whoa,
Gina said,
whoa.
"Fuck us." She said, fuck us.
That's
But
not her
when can
fault.
we recap the finale? When can we wrap this sucker up? So this finale is on Sunday at 8, questionably 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30, who knows? Because 60 minutes is always more important than us. Like, I think we're supposed to be at 8 o'clock? Question mark,
That sounds
question
right.
mark. So is everybody free Monday?
I am free Monday.
If you're asking me, I think I am. But also, you guys do your thing, and then if it works, that
I don't see any reason why you couldn't be here. You would
Yeah.
also have to meet our other friend Billy. He was
Billy.
supposed to join us tonight,
Oh,
but of course he had the childcare issues, so he does want the chat finale with us.
Oh,
so.
you have to have him. No, please, 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 please.
You
What-
I
can
don't
both.
see
You
the
can
reason
both
why
be
you
invited.
won't be
Yeah.
here. Right?
Oh.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's it's not a replacement.
Yeah.
It's just I'm letting you know there will be another person here. But like, yeah, I would love to do Monday to wrap this sucker up because who wants to talk about this any further than that, right? It's wrapped up Sunday. We got to chat Monday, or else who fucking cares? So that just gives you all the more reason to follow us on the socials at Strat Chat Pod to find out exactly when we will be. So many W's. When we will be recapping the finale of Big Brother 27. Thank you for sticking with us this entire season. This was super, super fun. To come back from our little hiatus, right? Because we kind of had a hard stop in the middle of Traders. And we didn't say anything. We just left you all. So thank you for coming back to us. Thanks for hanging. And, we wish you well. We wish you well.